team's ways. A lot of resets going to have to come out through some key players, Super Gomez and Perova. Meanwhile, Rosie, both teams losing key strategists, but we do see Sentinels breaking through the line a little bit here as Perova has made their way back through. They have that spawn advantage as well, so taking advantage of it as this convoy has really not stopped. There was moments where it was slowed, but now they're holding the choke points that they need to. They're not giving any space to Virus to have really much say in the matter. We do finally see them break through, but it might be a little bit too late. But they have accrued the ults that they need to possibly hold this. We do see that Captain America come through to stall just a little bit. Just go. Amazing. Like I said, it's just a class act on that Human Torch. I said it during the preview, and it is down to a lot of his team support. I mean, Super Gomez and the rest of their Vanguard just pulling so much pressure in the front allows Amazing so much room to just dive into those choke points where the strategists are trying to hide, and they can just basically free farm them. But this is now a bit of a rough position now in that cave area. While it is very open in the top, it's a much more condensed space. They can't just fly back out of the way, so they are kind of stuck like rats in a cage. So the Flyers might struggle a little bit more, but that being said, Sentinels are just running them down. They haven't even, there we go, we do finally see a lot of their ults pop, but they get almost a full wipe on the Virus as they are just marching this convoy. Virus are struggling to really put any brakes on those goats. They've done really well, and it's been off the back of their ult usage. I mean, they pushed Sentinels back without even really investing all that much, just that one Captain America ult. So there's a lot to be used. This is going to be a full-fledged fight with pretty much everyone. This might just be the one to determine the map. We do see the Fate Between Worlds come out from Aramori, as well as Rosie, both trying to keep the team alive. It means a lot of the damage is being mitigated. Not a lot of burst to be done, but now as the strategist ults do start fading away, we're going to start seeing people fall. We see Rosie. We are seeing the perimeter get set up. The idea of even if I can't get there first, you won't be able to get there either is going to stall out a little bit as we are seeing the brawl come through. And actually, Outflash is going to find Crimzo, maybe pushed up a little bit too aggressively. And that's going to be huge for Virus, as that's a lot of pressure that's going to be taken off of that. Take as much space as possible, but with that wall from the deadlock and the pressure from the chamber, they just couldn't do it. They were constantly, being pushed out to the side, where they were having to worry about possibly an overload, where we've been seeing them do that a lot in the last two maps, but here they would kind of split, more default-like, but you would see the chamber and the Rays try to push aggressively as the attack was pushed off to the sides before they can get a man advantage, and at that point, they would try to play out the round with that advantage. And when they didn't play in the middle, you would often see them playing back chamber with the tour de force or an operator down the A long, would constantly get value, and there was one or two sneaky rounds with that deadlock on the off angle. So they would try to push up aggressive, and they would either get punished for it, or even if they didn't, it would give just enough time for the rest of the defenders to pull back. The rotation would come out, they would hit A or B, but they would put a heavy emphasis on trying to pull back, play for the retake, and they would use those tactics that I just spoke about to try to get a man advantage early. And if not, they would take the 5v5, but very often they would. It was a 6-6 half, so it wasn't perfect, but I really liked the look, and it was a really nice comeback after they had a really rough defensive half over on Haven. Go. Drake is officially up. It is Cloud. Again, this is not the Soul. Nightstar, though, is taking a lot of damage, is going to have to back away. Maddie and Pital are going to come back in, try to find something. Nightstar re-engages as well and is going to find one kill and is going to try to go for another. The Super Mega Death Rocket is invested, but it goes a little wide like a maw. Jumps on in, but is so weak. I don't know if they're gonna get away, but the flash over, do they get away? The eat from Pital keeps them alive. They come back out with the shield, and they're gonna clean it up. That is such an insane play coming out from the support. They're not gonna go for the Drake. They're gonna go for the reset. Makes sense. So many are low, but what a clean fight from Cupid there.